What's up? Welcome back to Nostalgia. Dave here with a reaction to HBO Max going away, now known as Max. Yeah, Warner Bros. Discovery changed the name of HBO Max. New service called Max. It still has everything that HBO Max had, but also some of the Discovery Plus stuff is in there. I'm going to get into all this, why this was done, what this means, and yeah. So, obviously, Warner Bros. Discovery has been going through a large restructuring ever since the merger, and a lot of big headlines as a result of that. Of course, Batgirl canceled for a tax credit, shows like Westworld off the HBO Max platform, licensed out to these other fast services not owned by Warner Bros. Discovery to give new revenue streams to the business, really changing the streaming ecosystem we thought we were in, where things get made, things get put in a service, you get them on that service. Not how WBD is moving these days. They're going to license stuff out, they're going to take stuff off it. Now Max, before this HBO Max, and they are really trying to cut down on that debt. That much is clear. And in the process, they are rebranding HBO Max. And what I find really confounding about this is two things. One, Max is a really dumb name for a streaming service. Max is just a generic noun. The appeal of HBO Max was the HBO in it. A brand people have known about since the 70s, a brand associated with tremendous quality and consistency. Max, implying that it's not just HBO content. You're paying the same price you always paid for HBO for years and years, but you're getting all this other stuff, such as the Discovery Plus content. Now the Discovery Plus content is coming to Max, but Discovery Plus, the small niche streaming service, cheap, that service is still going to exist. It's not going away. It's both been folded into Max, but still existing on its own, which I thought was not going to be the plan. They say that there are tons of people that are very happy about Discovery Plus. Why mess it up for them? But also, by folding it into Max, you might kind of upgrade those kind of consumers and thus get them to pay more for their subscription to the company. I guess I see that angle. I just really hate this name change because I don't see what the hell this accomplishes. Like, the spin is that it's a more engaging to more people type brand, as if the HBO name was somehow dissuading people. I find that like really hard to believe. Look at the data. HBO Max, plus Discovery Plus had what, like 90 something subscribers last they told us last month. Told us about all these subscribers, over 90 for the two services, HBO Max and Discovery Plus. Despite what David Zaslav might want to believe, people are subscribing to HBO, not to Discovery Plus. Discovery Plus is a niche service, profitable service, a cheap service, but it's small. HBO is the selling point. And I just don't understand how you think, oh, well, we'll change the name and somehow make it easier to sell when it's called Max. Disney, Paramount, Apple, HBO, these are decades long brands. Some of those are 100 years old. At least Peacock is a unique name that describes a company logo that's been around for decades. Hulu is a very unique name that's been around a while now. Netflix been around a while now. Max, that's just the name. That's just a word. It's very stupid to me. So, in the grand scheme, not much is going to change to the average person besides getting Discovery Plus stuff there. If you want to watch like 90 Day Fiance or, all those other various shows, like if you want those are good. And those have value to streaming services, not to be clear. If you look at the streaming data, there's the really popular stuff that we get on HBO Sunday night, but to get like innings pitched, hours logged, you need kind of that fluff that keeps people turning on your service when they're doing laundry, and that's the Discovery Plus type content. So it's not that that stuff doesn't have value to the service. I just don't really understand the need to rebrand, and I don't know how this rebrand communicates what you expect it to people that don't yet already subscribe. I find it pretty stupid. Price is basically staying the same. So yeah, I don't think this affects the average person, but we'll really need to see how they're able to sell this because I have my doubts. But Casey Bloys is still running the show. I trust him. HBO still has an amazing batting average. For what I care about, nothing's going to change. They just announced that another Game of Thrones spin-off is officially going straight to series, which would be the Dunk and Egg prequel, adaptation of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Very exciting, awesome thing to adapt. Can't wait for that. Obviously, that'll be years away. But yeah, how do you feel about the HBO Max rebrand to Max? Does it make any sense to you? Because it doesn't to me. And for more reactions to the streaming wars, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.